Good morning and welcome back after a hiatus of a day to horse racing today on Horse Racing Radar TV with myself and Hollywood Hay to my left on the screen, at least anyway. As always, we have some free picks available. Today, a guaranteed tip sheet. I'm not quite sure who it is, but we'll find out. Decent day yesterday, only a few tracks running, but some pretty solid results. Looks like the free track today is Mahoning Valley in Ohio, the nation's heartland. Make sure you take advantage of that. There is a link in the description on YouTube. There's also a link to our tip jar in the description on YouTube. If you like what we do, please hit us up with that. There's a link to our smart sheets for today, as well as the explanation on what every data point means and how to use them. You can go over there. Again, take advantage of that. If you haven't done so already, kindly hit the subscribe button wherever you're watching. You see the links down below. Other places you can follow us. If you're watching on X, kindly retweet so other folks looking for horse racing content have a good chance to find us. And then finally, when the show is over at Horse Racing Today.net, it's important the .net part. So head on over there. We'll post our picks, our Benny and the bets. And, of course, right there you can get ready for the Breeders' Cup, which is a week from tomorrow, which is hard to believe, Terry, no?
Yep.
All right, well, something that won't be a week from tomorrow is race number 1 over at Belmont today. It's going to be 6 furlongs. And if you take a look on the bottom down there, you'll see the profile of a winner at Belmont, at Aqueduct, really Aqueduct. Early speed. A touch under a third going wire to wire. There's a rail bonus. 2 and 3, a pretty big discount. 4 through 7 gets a bonus. 8 and out is tough. If we take a look, Terry, at horses that have a good chance to get to the lead, according to our smart sheets, who's got the best chance to be the pace setter when the gates open for the first time today?
Well, it appears that 4 does. The 4 Sir Karat. And actually, if it has any problems, the 5 may just do it.
Yeah, it looks like it. Well, the 6 and the 2 may have a say in there as well. As far as the race shape, it's pretty balanced. The 4 and 5 want a pilot. The 2 and 6 want a co-pilot. You got a couple closers down here with the 1 and 3. Very balanced race. Terry, it does look like that 4, if it gets the lead, according to our comfort zone, should find this race to its pleasing.
Absolutely. He's got a 90.33% C-zone figure, so he's going to be very comfortable in here. But also the 2 and the 3 are going to be comfortable, followed up by the 1.
Yeah, so basically comfort zone or C-zone. Take a look at the early pace. We overlay it in their top performances to see how likely today's races will match when they've run their best. Speaking of running best, 2 horses that have hit par for this level, which is an 89 speed figure. One of those horses, Terry, looks like the jockey and trainer are tops.
Well, that's that 1 horse got the best jockey and trainer according to the data, so it's probably the best combination.
And a few nice, interesting in-race advantages. The 3 horse, Turn and Count, has an 8-point late speed edge. So if late speed wins, about 1.5 lengths of more late speed. Every 5 points equals 1 length. And then the 5 horse, if you add the early speed and the late speed, that one's about a length better than everybody else, Terry. So does that one have a chance to win, or you got your eye on something else in the opener?
Well, I like that 4 horse. Trainer wins 23% of the races when switching horses from turf to dirt. Likely to improve on dirt today. Top jockey and impressive recent workout October 16th. Secured leader or lender. The 1 last race winner at Saratoga with the fastest dirt speed today. Trainer wins 22% of the claiming races that it has a horse running in, and jockey has a high win rate. Turn and Count, the 3, drops a class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Shoot the Nickel, the 2, is my long shot. Been in the money 75% of the time at Aqueduct, winning 25% of the starts, and the distance won't be a problem. Finished in the money in 83% of the time. 17% of those were wins. That's it.
I'm going to go with the 5 horse, Keep On Coming. That one has that top total pace in there, Terry, about a length advantage over the rest of the horses. And it's been off for more than a year. If this one's ready, we know it has the class. Number 1, Secured Lender, right now, huge favorite. Coming in off the maiden win after being better across the board, meaning You take a look at its early pace, the mid pace, and the late pace, all of which improved. It's also our simulation favorite, but it looks like you're getting much lower odds than you should. Shoot the Nickel. It's a yes horse. It means it has hit par for this level 1 or 2 with the one horse. Third start after a layoff, and this horse has run this 6 furlong distance 6 times, hit the board in 5. So maybe your best bet to clean up the exacta or the trifecta. And then Sir Cartwright, that 4 horse, your first pick there, Terry. Great chance to be out on the lead with a strong C-zone by a decent margin. And we've seen many of those front runners that are comfortable out there, stay out there and go all the way. I $2 double because I only had $2 left after I was done with some of my other bets out of my $100 budget. So 5 and 2. So I think you know who's going to win race number 2, according to my point of view.
Yeah.
Race 2, speaking of which, that's not race 3. Race 2 is 1 1/16. It's a maiden race, $85,000 on the grass. That speed figure, when you're looking at maidens, Terry, is a huge factor in my view. That par figure of 81 in race number 2, a few of them have shown getting to 81 is not an issue.
Yeah, that's true. The 1, the 3, the 5, and the 7 all have done that. And then the 2 and the 4 have come within 5 points, especially that 2.
Yeah, and also when you're looking at some of these horses that are looking for their second race, or can they get the par within 5 points? It looks like the 6 horse and the 2 horse, but they have second race par ability. That means all of these horses, Terry, have a chance to hit par or better today. So in races like that, 2 things I want to look at: C-zone, jockey trainers. Take it away for both of them.
Okay, well, the 3 and the 5 have the above 50% C-zone. They're in the 70s, which is really nice. They're going to be very comfortable. And then if you take a look at the jockey trainer, that 2 has the best jockey and trainer according to the data, so it should be the best combination.
Yeah, pretty strong par plus numbers with the 2, the 3, and the 5. 2 is your simulation favorite, could be out on the lead. It does have a strong late total pace advantage in there, Terry. So I said already the 2 horse is probably your winner. Do you agree?
I do. The 2 up for Oscar ran 3rd versus similar in only start, has a high percentage winning trainer and a high percentage winning jockey. The 5, Wicked Improbable, ran 2nd at a mile last time and now steps up to 1 1/16, holds the highest speed recent speed rating, best turf speed in today's field, and is ridden by a high percentage winning jockey. Disclaimer: the 3 finished 3rd versus similar in the last race, has a high percentage winning jockey, and has a good workout on October 17th. And then I like the 1, suspiciously named, placed 3 of 4 times in the money at Aqueduct, prefers this distance, and has a turf speed above the average winner. And then I'm going to play the very first Miami Vice Don Johnson pick 4, 235 with 248 with 6810 with 357, $40.50 ticket.
Up for an Oscar gets my first call. Any second race improvement for this one, and I think it'd be very difficult for any of the other horses to overcome it. The disclaimer horse today comes with a disclaimer, I suppose. It's making the 3rd start in a row for the first time in its career. You can see here. That means, for me, a boom or bust race is coming. Number 5, Wicked Improbable, improved in both of its starts after its debut, Terry. So walking up that speed ladder, 2 workouts in between to keep the Stephen Covey saw sharp. And then finally, the 6 horse Team of Rivals, speed, and then some fade in its debut. More stamina today in the 2nd career start. I like that angle a lot too, Terry. It's another that has second race par ability. See, this horse ran out there and then just petered out at the end. Today, cutting back a little bit in distance. No, still 1 1/16. A lot of times, though, you see those horses maintain all the way to the finish line in the 2nd start. My pick 4 is 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 3, 6, 8, 10, 2, 3, 6, and 7 for $48. First race, looks like they're getting into the gates, Terry. Right now, the 1 horse is a strong favorite at 4 to 5. The next on the board looks like it's the 5 horse at 4 to 1. So coming off that layoff, getting a little bit of love, but nowhere near the love Secured Lender is going to get. Looks like a kind of grayish day over there at Aqueduct today. Stands a little bit sparse. Everybody with some windbreaker type jackets on, so maybe a touch cool over there as well. 2 horses getting in. Let's go back to the smart sheets and see what it says in terms of how this race might start out. Looks like the 4, 5, and 6 are the ones that are going to break to the front. Let's see who gets it. I think they have a couple more horses to load, and they should be off and running. There goes the 3. Well, they're only on the 3 horse. Usually when they pan out to that front angle and they show the front of the starter's gate, they're ready to go. Sir Cartwright going in. And then now the 5 horse, Keep On Coming. And then Tapwood's Temper, the longest shot on the board, the 6, calmly walking to the gate as it finds its way in pretty easily without any hesitation. And they're lined up. The starter is about ready to press that go button, and he does, and there you go. And everybody gets off to a really good start. Nice race to get going. The 1 horse down on the rail, Secured Lender, takes charge early with the 5 horse, the one coming off the break. Keep On Coming, keeping the 1 to task. They head down the backstretch and into the turn. The 5 horse right now, Keep On Coming, with its nose ahead of the 1. The 4 horse in third after an opening quarter of 22.14 seconds. So maybe a little bit on the giddy up and go side. They make their way into the turn. The 1 horse now has established the lead. The 5 horse still sitting in that shotgun position after more than a year off the sideline. Maybe trying to shake off a little rust as he starts to fade a little bit. The 4 horse, Sir Cartwright, getting in the mix as well. The 5 horse, a little rank right now, folks. So jockey can't seem to get him to switch leads. The 1 horse is going to be probably your winner in there. I think that 5 horse next time out might be one that you want to circle on your horses to watch list because he did bark sharp. He did hang in there. Ran a little rank as they tried to get the horse to switch leads after more than a year off. Not to be surprised at all. And that 1 horse looks like the bettors got it right. 4 to 5. Simulation favorite. It is your winner today in the opener, Mr. Terry. Race 3 is next for you and me. This one is a mile again, like race number 4 was a mile. So, race 4 will be a mile. Excuse me. It's a 1-turn route, and that 1-turn route really favors some speed, Terry, with 41% getting to that finish line first, with the inside post positions being better than outside. Any inside speed? No, not really.
No, it's both of them are all sort of in the middle there. There's the 5 and the 6. I think they could go head to head to that quarter pole.
If we take a look at the race shape too, a couple co-pilots in there. The 4 and the 8 can take the lead. They're EP types pilots. So this group right there, they could battle it out. Everybody else wants to close. So kind of balanced race, Terry. Really no standout on C zones, a bunch of kind of C+ types.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of them have some good numbers in there, but the 1 has the best C zone number. Any
decent overlays that we might want to consider?
Well, the 2 shows a nice overlay, a 9 to 5 to a nice 4 to 1. So that's about the only one I see.
Yeah, a few might hit par today. Who you got there with the 2, the 4, and those are your top 2. Who are your top considerations for jockey trainers?
Well, I think the 4 has the best jockey, and I think it's the best trainer. I think it's the best combination out of all of these horses. So there's a couple other good jockeys in there, though, and trainers.
Yeah, the 3 horse taking a pretty sizable drop in class, about 1.5 lengths. That's pretty good. And then down here, you see that 4 horse with that top jockey trainer combination, Terry. Also has your top total pace, second choice in our sim fave. Who's your top choice in race number 3?
All right. Well, I like the 2. She had a lot of trouble in her last race and finished very poorly. I'm going to ignore that race. She drops in class today and is trained by a high percentage winning trainer. Then I like the 4, did not finish the last race after trouble during the race, drops in class today, switches to high percentage winning jockey, has a high percentage winning trainer, and a nice bullet workout on October 1st. Florida Flower, the 8, is my third choice, has won her last 2 races in a row and goes for a hat trick and has a high percentage winning trainer. And then Echo in Eternity, the 6, switches to high percentage winning trainer Linda Rice and has the high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets for me here.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the 4-horse Barrera or Bira. Something went wrong in its last race and then has 5 workouts since. Otherwise, in the money 100% of the time, 6 out of 6 races. BAQ, Coquito, the simulation favorite, the 2. Terrible in its last race. Will need a bounce back race in round 2. It Takes Heart, the 5-horse. It's going to go to the front, as we saw in our simulation model. In the money, 5 out of 5 races at a mile, so it's a miler. And then that 3-horse, Pistol Liz Ablazin. Pistol Liz Ablazin. Aha, I get it. Tough call for me over the 7-horse, Whistler Style, but plenty more upside. No additional bets for me. Race number 4 in this 8-race card, Terry. I think this one is, if I remember correctly, it is a mile. I think it's another one of those. No, it's not a claiming, right? Maiden claiming. So again, 4 out of 10 horses getting to the front, staying in the front in race number 4, where inside speed has an edge, and it looks like maybe 2 inside horses might play a part when the gates open.
Well, yeah, that 3 and that 1 does, but right in between those was the 6. So those 3 horses could all try to go to that quarter pole first.
Yeah, I would think that the 2 horses that have the innermost draw could get the jump. There's really no true pace setter in here. Everybody really wants the co-pilot. So that 1-horse Rodeo Star, that's the one that might go out there. We'll see indeed, but the pace says a couple of others. This is kind of a blob race where everybody in the middle, one closer. Again, when I see these races where everybody's kind of tightly packed, I want to look at C-Zone. I want to look at Jockey Trainer. Terry, take a look and tell me what you see.
Well, in that C-Zone, you're going to see they all have some C-Zone numbers, and there's several of them that are pretty close or above 50% threshold that we like to see. So there's going to be a lot of comfortable horses in this race. And then the 1 has the best jockey. 7 has the best trainer, according to the data. But I think the 1 kind of squeaks out as the best jockey trainer combination.
This 3-horse Enigmatic has a 3-point last race speed figure. That's the minimum threshold, according to Andrew Beyer, that you want to look for. Also, your simulation favorite. Out here, you have the late pace favorite being the 8 and also the top total pace horse. So we got the 8, the 10, the 5, and the 6 in our top total pace. We got the 3, 10, 9, and 8 in our simulation favorites. So the crossover horses, Terry, are the 8 and the 10. Do any of them cross over into your picks?
Well, I like in this race the 6, Best Impression. In her last 4 starts, she is placed each time, including a second as the favorite. She has a trainer who wins 25% of the time when returning beaten favorite to race again, and switches a successful jockey. And then 8, she's cool, finished in the money in 5 races at Parks Hill at Aqueduct, drops in class today, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. Sight to See. The 10 drops in class today, shares top speed among today's runners, trained by a trainer with 23% winning rate in claiming races, and she has a top jockey. And then number 7, Stress Reliever, finished 3rd versus similar in the last race, can improve while returning to a route, and that's it for me. No additional bets.
I'm going to start with the 3-horse Enigmatic, top last race speed figure, simulation favorite, should be out front with an inside draw and a workable C-Zone. Sight to See, the 10-horse. The resume says should be better in the second start after a third start. Should be the same or similar as the second start after layoff, but so far hasn't found any pay dirt at Aqueduct. 2 races and nothing to show for it. The Best Impression should be alongside the 3 at the start of the race. And that's exactly where jockey Kendrick Carmouche wants to be. He told us as much in our shows that you can watch the Players Edge podcast or the Horse Center. Just you can Google them, not Google them, search for them on our YouTube channel. A lot of great back class in our content as well. And then number 8, She's Cool. That one is your top total pace horse, and also one that's dropping a length in class. No additional bets for me as we move on, Terry, to the Race of Death, race number 5. That is the one that closes out the first pick 4, begins the second pick 4, and they couldn't do it any better. It's 6 furlongs on the outer turf for a maiden optional claiming race, Terry. And what you're looking at in that respect is stalkers still a touch more than 1 out of 4 get the first call and also get the first call at the final call. You're looking at a post position in race number 5 where The rail is discounted 2 through 7. Those middle horses do the best, and 8 and out is really hard. Again, maidens, that speed figure of 79 being big. Terry, in race number 5, are there any that have hit par?
Yeah, you can take a look there and see that 3 and that 6 both hit par. And then the 5, 7, and 8 have come within 5 points of doing that, especially the 5.
Especially the 5, yeah.
Yeah.
We also have here some first-time starters with second time starters, excuse me, the 1 and the 3. That means with typical second race improvement, those horses can move beyond the par number there, Terry. It looks like we got a standout over here from C-Zone.
Yeah, that 5's 92.82%, which is really nice. Going to be very comfortable running here. It's a nice C-Zone number.
6, 7, 9 want to be on front. 5 and 3 in the middle. 1, 4, and 8 have not been within 5 lengths of the finish line at the to the winner. 2 and 10 starting for the first time. Neither one of them really standing out on our first timer 3 out of 3 score. The one thing I do see here is that back bullet for the 2-horse, Terry. The 6-horse is a 4-point last race speed figure. 3 is your simulation favorite and your top total pace. Looks like this race can go a lot of different ways, Terry. Which way did you take it?
Well, I went with the 3. Finished third versus similar and only start, has a top winning jockey and a good workout on October 19th. Then the 5 finished the money in 3 races out of 4 career starts, has a top winning jockey and a bullet workout on October 15th. Escape Hall, the 7 is my third choice. Breeding suggests he'll like the grass and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Skip Forward, number 2, is a first time starter and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. He's my long shot. I'm going to play the 50-cent pick 4 Miami Vice Don Johnson. I think this is pretty wide open, so I'm going to go with the 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, with the 5, 7, 9, 11, with the 1, with the 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, which is a $50 ticket.
The 3-horse Grumbly Rumhogan. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that or not, but yes, horse, meaning it has hit par. Second race par ability. No problem getting across that line. Simulation fave, top total pace horse. Why not give it a crack? Number 6, Art bragging on. Top last race speed figure. That was 4 points better than anybody else. The only other yes horse in the race. And you see here, better pace numbers from start to finish in its last. Next up for me is Skip Forward. I'm going to take a flyer based on that October 5th workout, Terry. 4 furlongs in 47 flat. That was the third fastest of 131. There's got to be a little bit of ability within Skip Forward. And then it was really a toss-up for some of the other ones in here. Escape Hall, switch to turf with decent enough breeding could be the answer there. 2, 3, 6, 1, 4, 5, 9, and 13 in the next leg. Then 1, 6, and then 1, 2, and 4. That's a $45 ticket for me. And I'm going to do a $3 exacta key box here because it looks like we're going to get good odds. 3 with the 2, 5, 6, and 7 as I put some of my Benny and the Bets bucks into action. Plenty of time. I think we might be able to get this card done, Terry, before we go before race number 2. So race number 6, we're going to go back to a mile and a 16th on the turf. This one is for maidens as well. So once again, we're looking at that speed figure of 75, Terry. Any of them in race number 6 cross that 75 line?
Well, take a look here. You can see that the 9 and the 13 have both done that. And then the 4, 10, and 11, they came within 2 points of doing it. And then most of these have some kind of a chance to do it as far as the par plus number today, except for the 2 says no.
All right. Well, no on that too, right? We can go with that.
Yeah.
As far as our race shape is concerned, this 11 horse, Terry, could be trouble.
Yeah.
Wants to be out front. Really strong C-Zone. 9, 10, 9, 12, and 13 have closed. All these horses not within 5 lengths of the leader. 5 and 7 today, giving it a go for the first time. So you're looking at those first-time starters. Neither one of them with a great score of 2.5 or 0. The next thing is to take a look at second-time par ability. So the 1, The 4 and the 12 are in that mix. Ugh. The 13, Terry, that also entry or also eligible. What do you call it? Also eligible or alternative entry? What do you call them?
Yeah, I call it a scratched-in horse.
Yeah, that one has a 2-length total pace edge over the rest, Terry. So these maiden races can go all sorts of different ways. Does the 11 get to the lead? Does the 13 sneak into this race and close it out? Do you just go with the 2 horses that have a yes in the par race already column? How did you go?
Well, I went with the 9, Considerate City. Finished second in the last race. Best turf speed is close to average winning speed. Has a jockey with strong win rates. And then Coach of the Year, the 5, is first-time starter, bred for turf and route distances with a top trainer and jockey. And I like the 11. Finished third versus similar in the last race. Has a high percentage winning trainer. Another first-time starter is my long shot, the 7, Jetties, whose her breeding suggests she'll like the grass, and she has a good trainer and jockey who have strong win percentages. No additional bets for me here.
Into the Wilderness, that 4-horse, long shot baby, 15-1. It is your simulation favorite. It's a second race par ability. I'm all right with that. Why not at 15-1? Then the 9-horse, Considerate Sitting, is one of those 2 yes horses. Room for a bounce back race in the 3rd career start. My experience looking at races for many, many years, too many probably, my degenerate card is way high. You see the horse regressed a little bit in the 2nd career start. A lot of times the horse doesn't improve in the 2nd start, does take a big improvement, although the trainer here, not the biggest win percent, 5% out of 146 races. A little scary on that number. Then number 13, Raynham Hall. That is the horse that did scratch in, as you pointed out, is a top total pace of 10.5 points, Terry. It is a yes horse, getting the distance, I think, today, the extra distance, going to a route for the first time, could be extremely useful. Number 5, Coach of the Year, does have some of the strongest breeding for the first-time starter in there, and they pay $200,000 for this horse. I was thinking about the 1 horse in there, too. It's another long shot, another par ability horse in there. Did have a really, really tough start in its debut. Big run at the end of the race. This is going to be one I think that's going to be won by a long shot. So my trifecta is 1, 4, 5, 9, 13. Over the 4, 9, 13, hoping one of my top 3 picks can make it into the 2nd spot. And then 1, 4, 5, 9, 13 to close it out. That's an $18 ticket. Fingers crossed it goes bomb, 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 and makes up for the entire day. Race 7 is the beginning of the last daily double. Today available, Terry. It's 1 1/8 miles. Which is interesting to me on this race for the marquee race of the day. Really, I didn't feel like there was a standout horse in this at all, Terry. But as far as our profile of a winner looks like, at 1 mile and 16th, Stalkers. 2 out of 7 went wire to wire. The rail, higher force, a little bit difficult. 2 through 3, a small bonus. 4 through 7 had it tough. And man, if you get an 8 or out, you got a great chance to win so far at this distance, Terry. There aren't 8 horses here, but being forwardly placed helps, and it looks like we have 1 with a great chance to set the tone early.
Yeah, 6 has a really good chance as long as it gets a clean break and the jockey makes the right decisions. He could get out there and go to that quarter pole first.
And that 6 horse, Terry, is what we call a left arrow horse, a closer that has enough just natural early speed to put it in contention early. Maybe speed kind of helps here because most of your field is middle back. 2 horses, Terry, that look like no matter how they run, this race is going to match up nicely with their best performances.
Yeah, that 6, as you said, really looks nice with the C-Zone 93.11 and followed up by the 7 and 93%.
Yeah, 1 class dropper in the 2 horse, Terry. A few to pick from as far as jockeys and trainers are concerned.
Yeah, the 5 looks like the best jockey-trainer combination to me, but, also that 6 has a really good jockey on it. So,
and as far as the top numbers in our sim odds, the 5 heads the list in both of them. Grace and Grit is our simulation favorite, and it's our 5-point top total pace favorite. Is the 5 horse, Terry, going to take home those honors to the winner's circle?
Well, I'm going with my best bet of the day. I'm going with the 1, the higher horse. Ran second versus similar in the last race. Highest last race speed rating, has a high percentage winning trainer, and a good workout on October 15th. And then I go with the 5 Grace and Grit, switches the high percentage winning trainer, and has a high percentage winning jockey. Capital Gal, the 6, finished in the money in 2 races out of the last 3 starts. Best start speed is fast among today's starters. Jockey has a strong win percentage. And then number 4, Back Check, is my long shot. What trainer wins 28% of the dirt races? He has a horse running in, and this horse has a bullet workout October 1st. They added blinkers today to keep her mind on business. I'm bet 20 to win on the 1, and then I'm going to bet a $10 exacta box 1-5, and then a $10 exacta 1 on top with the 4-5-6, and then I'm going to bet a $5 exacta box 1-5-6.
I like the 1 horse too, Higher Force. With the Higher Force in here, Terry, over a fast track, 6 times out. No wins, though. 3 seconds and 2/3. It shows some better early pace. Capital Gal, that is your left arrow horse. Going to be on the lead as a closer. And your top C-zone. Second start after layoff, but a big concern that maybe it's not a horse for the course. 7 tries at Aqueduct. Not a win, not a second, not a third to be seen. So maybe the 2 horse. Purpose, super consistent with decent workouts between races. If not that, the 5 horse Grace and Grit. It is that simulation favorite. It is the top total pace of 5 points, and it is your top par plus horse. I felt like this race, I didn't really want to pick any horse, to be honest with you. Before we move on to race number 8, there will not be Foreign Friday tomorrow. Tom has a big family event to attend this weekend. Certainly, horse racing wouldn't take a precedent over that. I suppose we'll return next Friday. I know for sure Terry and I will be back on Monday and Tuesday for Parks. Wednesday, we'll have a show. I'm not quite sure what we'll do, but I know when that is over, Tom and I at 2 o'clock, our time, 3 o'clock Eastern, are going to do our annual Breeders' Cup International Horse Preview. And then, of course, on Thursday, we'll probably do Del Mar if it's available, or we'll maybe do Belmont at the Big A again as we prepare for the Breeders' Cup. And to miss none of that, Terry, what's the thing you want to do?
Well, first of all, Del Mar is going to run Thursday. It'll be the opening day. And then I would suggest for everybody to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you're notified about all the great programs coming up. That one on Wednesday, I'm looking really forward to it on the international horses that could run in the Breeders' Cups races. And then go ahead and copy that link down below and share it with everybody you know so they can come and check us out too. I know they're going to like what they see. Go to our social sites such as Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, Blue Sky, and Horse Race at number 2. Give us a thumbs up and a like, and then give us some comments. We haven't seen any today, so I'd like to see some comments and picks. It's really good for our algorithms, and we enjoy seeing them.
Yeah, we enjoy making picks too. So race number 8, again, 6.5 furlongs on the outer turf. Again, you're looking for horses that want to be close to the lead. There's still plenty of them. 26%. They go wire to wire. There's a real discount for Kyla's Cause. 2 through 7, that's the best place for all the winning action. And 8 now, ooh, they got to work hard, Terry. This is another one of those races when I was doing my handicapping with a big field. I was like, yeah, just pull some names out of a hat. But there is a horse in here that might get to the front and say, catch me if you can.
Yeah, that's that one. My best bet of the day. I think.
That was in the last race.
Sorry, that was the last race. That
you can make this one too if you want.
Yeah, I was between this one and the one before. That's why I said that. But anyway, the one should go to the front and have no problems getting that quarter pole first.
Yeah, you see here too, all of them have a chance to hit par. Maybe the 5 horse, the 7 horse aerialist got to work a little harder than the rest. It looks like one of them, Terry, no problem getting par today.
That's right, 100% on that horse. And I don't remember seeing that maybe only once or twice in the past. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, but that one's been off a bit. So that's probably why it stands out, taking a class drop maybe in here, moving up in class, but not really. So as far as horses, I like when this comes up, Terry, when all of them have a chance. That C-zone really seems to work best because this horse is going to get a great trip against other horses that can win. And who is that?
That's that 4 has got an 88.81%. And the closest to that is probably the 8 at 44%. So the 4 really looks like it's going to be very comfortable in the race. And in addition to that, it also has the best uh, trainer. Although the 1 shows a little better for the jockey, the 4 has the best trainer jockey combination, I believe.
Doesn't really show up very high in the sim odds or in the top total pace over there. You got the 7 over here. The 7 doesn't show up over here. So it looks like the 1 and the 10 are your overlaps. And there, Terry, I know you kind of said this one horse might have gotten the best bet status in race number 8. So I guess there's no guessing. The 1 is your pick.
Well, I know I moved it down to second because I kept looking at it. And I finally decided on the 10 Parade Ring. She was beaten only 1.5 lengths versus similar in the last start, trained by a high percentage winning jockey and trainer, and they have strong win rates. Then I went with the 1 because I think if that 1 gets out there and gets no pressure, it could go all the way, but it's going to get some pressure, I think. The 1, it's had 1 win out of 4 starts. Trainer has won 17% of the claiming races. He has horses running in. Top turf speed matches the fastest among today's entries. And then Might Light, what is that? Midnight Love Affair, the 4, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer wins, who in the last 14 days has won 3 out of 3 starts. And then the 2, Tough Love Tories, placed in both career races and has one of those was a win, breeding, and trainer stats point to turf success. That's my long shot. No additional bets for me as I'm out of money.
Tough Love Torres, that is horse that's been off for more than a year. Didn't work out with the 5 in that opening race there, but maybe to work out with this one. If she's ready, this horse is, I think, the class of the field. The works say it should be an okay opportunity today. Number 1, Kyla's Cause, making the 2nd start in a row for the first time. That's one of those finely healthy angles for me. You see Kendrick's horse here coming to start, to the bench, start, to the bench, start, to the bench. Hey, guess what? Today's the day. We're going to make 2 in a row. I love those finely healthy horses. Number 4, Midnight Love Affair. The last time this horse put its hoofs down on the Belmont at the Big A 6-furlong inner turf course. Look what it did. Terry, this is another one of those maybe finally healthy, but boom. You can repeat that run. It's over, folks. And then finally, I'm going to close out with the 10 Parade Ring. I probably did want to rank this one higher. It is the Barry Meadows 3 speed figure increases in a row angle, which is an alpha, meaning it wins at 15% or more. But that outside post, woof, it's really hard to win out there. So I'm going to do a $5 exact key box. I'm hoping, unlike the 5, the 2 comes off the long layoff, ready to roll, with the 1, 4, 5, and 10 as a $5 exacta box to close out my Benny and the bets for today. Here are our full picks. The race number 1, the 1-horse one. We don't know what's going to happen in race number 2, but the 1 was the favorite. Race number 2 is the favorite in race number 2. Our pick 4s look like this. I got the 2, 3. Terry's got the 2, 3, and 5, and then a different mix afterwards. Race number 3, there are no bets. Race number 4, there are no bets. Race number 5, we have the second pick 4. You can see Terry's bets right there and my bets as well, along with the $5 exact key box. Hopefully some good odds in this race. That's what I'm always looking for. Race 6, a trifecta for me with a wide open race. Race number 7, Terry's best bet. And then nothing for race number 8. Wait, I have another exact key box. What the hell am I talking about? I don't even know what I'm doing, Terry. It's kind of scary. All right, Terry, we're off tomorrow. We'll be back on Monday. About 3 minutes to go for race number 2. So before we move on, I don't think your chat is working. That could be. Sometimes that's the way. You know, technology can be difficult. Lauren over at Lauren _ Shop has all of the handicappers aggregated for a lot of different tracks. What do you got working over there today, Lauren? What's the numbers look like there? Let us know. Again, free picks today over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet for Hollywood at Mahoning Valley. There is a link in the description below. Kindly use that so they know where it is you're coming from. You can also get yourself set up and ready to go with the Breeders' Cup Wagering Guide and Smart Sheets, the only place on the planet where you'll be able to get Breeders' Cup Smart Sheets. Use the link on the Horse Racing Today website.net. Huge. So they know, again, where you're coming from. Click on that HRT gear button right there. Get yourself a hat, a sweatshirt, one to match your baby blues like Terry does. Anything else I forgot to add, Terry?
I don't think so. Lauren says he has 32 today, so that answers your question. Other than that, just stay safe and have a great rest of the day. And I'm looking forward to next week's where we do a lot of work towards Breeders' Cup. I always love this time of the year. Hope everybody does that wants to play it does very well and enjoys it. And other than that, I'll see you on Monday.
It's kind of like the prequel to the holidays, right? You get the Breeders' Cup, then you get Thanksgiving, then you get Christmas and the New Year's. So it's kind of like lighting the candle for the holiday season, in my opinion. So it kind of ends the bulk of horse racing and begins the celebration of family, right?
Yep.
Yes, indeed. No matter what you're doing for the rest of this day, whether you're celebrating with family, you're playing a few bucks on the ponies, you're working towards your life goals, as always, we certainly hope that you have God's grace, God's favor. Every single thing that you do ends up in the
winner's circle.
Yes, indeed. Have a blessed Thursday. We'll see you on Monday and make it a fantastic weekend.